Funvu wa mwidukulu wa Bwamiki, mwidukulu wa Naika, mwidukulu wa Nabiryo, mwidukulu wa Kitimbo. Baba kongotera ku ikonero okulani badadabo. Baba olikalera baana. Baba iwe okungane n'ababise. Baba olirujirwanga dda, olitufiira mu kifuba. Baba ise bantu oyakweregangamu asookanga kutaife wansi. Baba tulirwe nkulinga kumpulira isanu. Baba ise bantu olikisanasana tikinabwa nteze. Baba era bakinaza mwana mulwaire olumunaza tyazaana. Baba ise bantu olikyayi kya ku kigogo niwe okumya obusimizi. Baba ise bantu Baba olibona mulala niwe wenka Katonda gwe yagana okuwaya kunaye. Baba idi nebinabaawo ido. Baba ise bantu olini lyampiti tibali yakalanga. Baba ise bantu olusaga lwa kigogo tibalusiba ku kyesuubo. Baba oli mukonzi tibagwesuubiraku. Baba oli mutungwa eziragunina nti baginogayo bunoge. Baba yekadumbula oyakweriddaku n'amana obukambwe. Baba funvu waise bantu, funvu webyanda n'ebyanda. Baba ninze akasirikale kondi wano mu butono buno olakuyiddaku mwene n'alima n'ekiri mutuukaku. Funvu webyanda n'ebyanda, funvu wa baba, funvu ofuhi Busoga eno okuva ku Lwita Makoli.
The King of Eswatini, King Mswati, and your dear wife, Your Majesty Gabula Nadiope, our host, and the Indevant of Busoga, Jovia, and the distinguished delegations. I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for the honor of visiting our country, but also visiting our kingdom. I'm delighted to announce the presence of a number of distinguished people here. Your Majesty Mswati, the guests who have come to receive you, Honorable Justin Lumumba, Minister for General Duties, Government of Uganda, Honorable General Katumba, the Minister for Works, Honorable Midi Babalanda, Minister for the Presidency, Honorable Diana Mutasingwa, Minister in the Office of the Vice President, of course our High Kingdom officials led by the Prime Minister, Dr. Mvawara, and his two deputies, they're here. The royal members of the royal family are here. The princes of Busoga are here. The princesses of Busoga are also here. And of course, the people are here. Thank you so much for coming. As we said, it's been an honor to receive you in our kingdom. I want to thank our king for building the bridges and visiting Eswatini. We thank you for hosting him because this was the beginning of our long journey, which we hope will be a long one, a fruitful one, and a long relationship between the people of Busoga and the people of Eswatini. So, Your Majesty, again, you're welcome. And I want to thank the distinguished officials for coming to join us on this very, very good occasion. Thank you so much, and welcome again.
King Mswati III, Her Royal Highness the Queen, the members of the royal family of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Kyabazinga of Busoga, and your deputies, Right Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, the First Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, Honorable Midi Babalanda, the Minister of Presidency, General Edward Katumba Amala, the Minister for Works and Transport, Honorable Kasule Lumumba, the Minister for General Duties in the Office of the Prime Minister, heads of the diplomatic corps, the Chiefs Royal Council of Kyabazinga of Busoga, the members of Parliament present today, Cabinet Ministers of Kyabazinga of Busoga, the Speaker of Busoga Luchiko and your deputy, members of the royal family of Kyabazinga of Busoga in your various capacities, clan leaders of Kyabazinga of Busoga, political leaders present, our esteemed religious leaders, civil servants in your various capacities, distinguished guests, State House staff, the UPDF fraternity here present, the organizing committee for this function, the media fraternity in your various capacities, all protocol observed. Your Majesty, you are most welcome to Busoga Kingdom. We are privileged to host you today and the royal family of Eswatini Kingdom at Igenge Royal Palace. I convey greetings from my beloved people of Busoga Kingdom, and today is a special day in the history of Busoga as we continue to strengthen our relationship with the mighty kingdom of Eswatini through embracing unity of purpose, brotherhood, and safeguarding the present and future generations through promoting our culture and heritage. I thank the President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the General, for establishing strong bilateral relations between our two countries, that is Uganda and the Kingdom of Eswatini, from which we can tap important brotherly and cultural relationships that have great potential of uniting us as Africans and for the development of our people. In a special way, allow me to thank you for the positive response when we invited you for the Grand Busoga Royal Wedding that took place on the 18th November 2023. And in spite of it being on short notice, you managed to send a great team, which was led by the Royal Princess plus other delegates. In the same vein, I thank you for the warm welcome and great hospitality you accorded to us during our 4 days official visit to the Kingdom of Eswatini recently. I would also like to extend my appreciation to the Honorary Consul for the Kingdom of Eswatini in Uganda, His Excellency Bamwine, Uganda's Consul to the Kingdom of Eswatini, His Excellency Tobias Kamugisha, along with the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Eswatini in Africa and the entire team that made both visits possible. Your Majesty, the people of Busoga Kingdom whom I lead and myself have great admiration and good wishes for your kingdom. And in particular, your exemplary and steadfast leadership that has preserved the original African culture and heritage. Your Majesty, the two kingdoms have a lot in common, like having a predominantly young population, the respect and love for our culture and heritage, reliance on agriculture, tourism, and a lot more, but also diversity in almost equal measure, which gives greater meaning to brotherhood, which has culminated into opportunities that we shall pursue and have joint development programs through unity of purpose. Your Majesty, for the interest of time, today is not a day for speeches. I would like to introduce to you some of the dignitaries in their various capacities present here that will stand in recognition today, including the kingdom leadership structures. Banaife ndija bitambimpimpi bwensoma erino ba group of category nga mwemerera for recognition. Right Honorable Rebecca Litwala Kadaga, who is a daughter of the soil and the first Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda and the Minister of East African Affairs. Honorable Mide Babalanda, another daughter of the soil, who is the Minister of the Presidency in the Ugandan Cabinet. We have Honorable Kasule Lumumba, who is the Minister for General Duties in the Office of the Prime Minister. We have General Edward Katumba Amala, the Minister for Works and Transport. We have the heads of the diplomatic corps who are here today. We have the Chiefs Royal Council of Kyabazinga of Busoga. Your Majesty, those are the chiefs for the various chiefdoms. We have the Prime Minister of Busoga Kingdom, Dr. Joseph Mvawala Joseph. We have the first Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom, Professor Chisambira Mohamed Lubega. We have the second Deputy Prime Minister for the Kingdom, Owechitiibwa Ahmed Nur Osman. We have the members of Parliament who are here today, the few that were invited. Then we have cabinet ministers for Kyabazinga of Busoga in your various capacities. The Speaker of Busoga Luchiko and your deputy. Members of the royal family of Kyabazinga of Busoga, including my family. We have clan leaders in Kyabazinga of Busoga. We have Busoga Luchiko members who are present here today. We have political leaders in your various capacities. We have parents for the Inebantu who are here today. We have our esteemed religious leaders, civil servants in your various capacities. We have our mighty Grand Busoga Royal Wedding Committee that is present here with us today. We have our good friend and neighbor who happens to be a state minister in the government of Uganda, and that is Honorable Diana Mutasingwa. We have our development partners who are here with us today. We have our partners and friends, the State House staff that we've been working with. We have the UPDF and police fraternity present today. Those are the security organs. The organizing committee for this function. The media fraternity in your different capacities. Thank you for the great job well done. And the rest of our people who are with us today in your various capacities. Thank you for the work you're doing for Kyabazinga of Busoga. At this juncture, Your Majesty, King Mswati III, I officially invite you to speak to the gathering because they are eagerly waiting to hear from you. Thank you. Busogo kwisanya na amani.
Great are you, King Mswati III, the son of Lomans and Jenemandi, the son of Busasam, Repu Mswati, the skin of a lion. On your way to the America Silo, Your plane landed at the Gambia. Gambia received so much rainfall to an extent that President Yaya reported to the airport. He came to you and said, my king, the rainmaker. You went to Shepon School in England. As you were to enter the gate of the Birmingham Palace, the gate vibrated and the soldiers shivered up on the window. It was the face of Margaret Thatcher. She said, who is that one? That looks like Msirigas, the son of Mashobane. On the other side, it was the face of Margaret Thatcher. She said, who is that one? That looks like the son of Lomanza Jengamandi. Who is that one? That looks like the son of Buzasem Colonel Setadlin. Bangano to Wandaba. Bangano Bubem Shaba. Bayete! Weno Pagati! Bayete! Weno Pagati!
Your Majesty, Isabantu Kyabazinga, the King of Gasongo, Inabantu, the Queen, the ministers, cabinet ministers, Prime Minister, distinguished, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. Your Majesty, I'm very happy on behalf of the Queen and the Ngosagati, the whole delegation from the Kingdom of Eswatini to be here to come and pay you a visit. And it is not so long ago you pay us a visit in the Kingdom where we were celebrating one of the very most important occasions where we are promoting our culture. As you can see, when he was doing the praises, it's one of those cultures that we promote, and we want to leave it even for the near or for the future generations to come, so that they find the culture strong and alive. Also, on that occasion, we were also celebrating and also the promoting of sportsmen, giving talent to the young people, especially because these days we have a lot of young people who are out there who, if there's no one to take good care of, it can become a much problematic. So we have some activities, some sports which we promote, and in this case it was football. And what we are also trying to do, we are trying to train our sportsmen to become one of the best players when it comes to football, so that maybe one day when we are attending or participating in the AFCON, our teams can lead, or even when we are participating in the World Cup. Hopefully, we look forward that we can take the World Cup back to the Kingdom of Eswatini. This is why we are training them. So we had the pleasure during this occasion of having His Majesty to come and pay us a visit. And when he was there, he did invite me that whenever I come to Uganda, he would like to reciprocate the visit. And indeed, on my coming here, when I received the invitation from His Excellency the President, I informed him about the King's visits and how successful it was, and how much we want to continue to build the good relations between our kingdoms and between Uganda and Eswatini. So His Excellency, of course, allowed us to come here to come and also see His Majesty in the kingdom, here in the kingdom Kasonga, and we are very happy. We are so happy that when we come here, we can see that our ancestors and God Almighty is with us. When we have an occasion like this one, and then it would start raining, that is a true demonstration that our ancestors and the God Almighty is with us. The king, before we come to this ceremony here, was telling me that some of the people here were like, oh, it's going to rain. It might not allow this ceremony to take place. And I assured the king that this is a good sign, that when there is something goodness happening, the ancestors and our God Almighty will show that He is with us. And look now, it's so clear. Now we can dance and enjoy. And I'm glad to see the warriors, that they are not afraid of the rain because they are getting blessed themselves. We too, when we have some of our traditions in Eswatini, it does not matter whether it is thundering or how heavy raining it is, we never run away. Because by running away, that's a sign of weakness. And I am glad that coming with the rain, it's a sign that there will be prosperity. Because when you have enough rain, that's a sign of prosperity. We are talking about food security. When we talk about food security, we need rain, especially to irrigate all our agricultural inputs and all of that. So when I see this rain here, it makes me very happy that the Kasonga kingdom will definitely have a lot of blessings. I am happy when I come here to see the king, that we are well received by all of you, and you are showing us the culture of Kasonga kingdom. When the king came in the kingdom of Eswatini, we also showed him a little bit of our culture, of what is Eswatini. And when I was greeting him, he told me that he was so happy to see that. And I have also been myself looking forward to come and see this particular culture that you have prepared for us. And we would like to say that our coming here is also to strengthen cooperation, to build ties between ourselves, to identify what kind of cooperation, because as members of the African Union, which is in dying need of improving lives for our people, our obligation is to work together to identify areas of cooperation. We are here to look at the opportunities. We are promoting that on both sides of the two countries and the kingdoms. We should promote entrepreneurs to look at the opportunities on both sides, from this side, from Eswatini side, and to see how we can work together in a lot of things. Before coming here into the kingdom, we started off in the factory where some buses, the latest technology of buses, electrical buses which are being manufactured by locals here in Uganda. I was very impressed to see that kind of bus because it is the latest bus. It's the latest bus which has been constructed, and the bus, when we were looking into it, it's got Wi-Fi, it's got TV sets, it's got washrooms, it is the latest, it's got the latest technology. And I said to the people who are manufacturing the bus that those people, meaning all the people of this area, will benefit by using this bus, will definitely be well taken care of. Especially because we know that people are always making business, and business is all about time. When you can access Wi-Fi within a short space of time, that is very, very useful. So I want to say, and the very good thing which I saw in that factory is that the factory is actually being built and managed by Ugandans themselves, and they are the ones who are in the forefront. So we are looking forward that in cooperation in some of these areas, looking at that bus or that factory which is there, we are here to say that we can work together, because when you manufacture buses like this, we look that you not only supply the market here in Uganda, but as well as the whole of Africa, and we put Eswatini as the location for distribution of these buses in the region. We are very happy and very pleased to be received by His Majesty the King and the Queen here. We have really enjoyed our utmost visit. I know there was a lot of program which was prepared for us to see, and in particular to go and visit the Nile River, which is very special in this area. But of course, because we've got a lot of blessings, so we must allow the blessings to continue to bless us. And of course, that means that since we have these blessings, it keeps the room that I still owe the King another visit to come back, so that we can go on the cruise on the Nile, because I'm told that it is very special. And I understand it's one of the tourist destinations where a lot of tourists, first of course the people of the area, and then those who are coming from outside to come and see your country, your kingdom, they go to this particular river and enjoy the cruise there. We wish we could have the time, but nevertheless we will find the time to come back and also enjoy this particular cruise. In a sign of brotherhood, when the king visited the kingdom of Eswatini, we presented the king with a number of gifts, which included a lot of cattle, because as cattle farmers, we always want to present, especially our most dignified personnel like the king, to show that we are one people, we are together, we want to work together. And in the past, the cattle, when were presented to the most senior and very people who have done something big in the country. And that is why when the king paid me a visit in the kingdom, I presented him these particular cattle. And because when I presented to the king, I noticed that he's coming from afar. And I said, no, let me arrange a land for him to also, that if he could receive some land where he can keep his cattle there, then now and again he could, where now and again he could come and pay us a visit, because the two kingdoms have now established good relations, and we want to promote this. It's not our first time coming here, as you heard from the king that during his wedding, we had Eswatini members of the royal family who came to support the wedding, and we were very happy to be part of that occasion. So